All right. I thought it was a great night for our team. First of all, we won the ball game, and the second thing is we were able to win it with some adversity again and have to finish the game. Told the guys in there I wouldn't have wanted it any other way than have to win the game the way we did. To conquer some demons. There in the second half, I thought we kept answering as an offense, and then, for us to bow our neck there defensively when they popped the long run, the power, and get the ball back to the offense, I thought was huge. And, I don't know if we actually won the turnover battle when you got a block punt. I don't know what that goes down as, but we had the one pick and we didn't turn it over on offense and gave us a chance to win the ball game. But it was great to see the guys keep believing, keep fighting, sticking to the plan, and never really any doubt throughout the game that we're going to get it done. And the toughest thing to me in football is to be able to run the ball when they expect you to run the ball. And I think that's a sign of a team being close to where you want it to be and having a chance to compete for championships when you can run it and finish a game like we did. So that was awesome, and hopefully that'll give us some confidence going into next week when we got to go on the road again.
Could Dalen Dawkins have played today?
I thought he looked pretty good in warm-ups, but he still was feeling it a little bit. When he was running without having to make anybody miss, he felt pretty good. But, you're going to have to pull and strain, to get extra yards, and we thought, he might pop it. We might lose him. So he was an emergency, and he kept staying warm the entire game. But Odin wasn't tired. 30 carries, he did a great job. Izzy did a nice job spelling him. The two tight ends stepped up really big, Walker and Cartwright, with Nuvali and Peralta out. They had to play a lot of snaps. So guys sucked it up. Had 76 snaps on offense, and some guys were playing a ton of snaps and did a nice job able to finish there in the fourth quarter.
Talk a little bit, I guess the most impressive part of your night might have been that last, I think you took the last 5:28 off the clock.
Right.
That's the power running game you're talking about, and that's in the clutch.
Yeah, that's it. That's when you're running the ball when they know you have to run it. You're trying to milk the clock, and they've got 2 timeouts, and they know if they get a stop, they're going to get the ball back close to midfield. And for us to punch that ball out and then end up taking a knee there at the end and finishing the game was good to see. I think that's the greatest formation in football, the victory formation. We didn't get to run it again because I thought there was a little clock malfunction, but we finished it there at the end. It was awesome to see, and those guys, that's what they wanted to do. They said, let's milk it and let's grind it out, and Coach Friend made a great call there on that 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 to call the toss sweep to their boundary. We actually moved him up after halftime, and he went upstairs and thought he did a really nice job of helping me out with the run game in the second half.
Elaborate a little bit on conquering the demons.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you beat or who you lose,
Yeah.
to find a way in a tight game in the fourth quarter
Well,
to come out on top.
Yeah, you sometimes, winning is good for team morale, and sometimes when you lose it, it's not very good for team morale. So sometimes we all tend to question what we're doing and what we're about. But, we talked about sticking to the plan, sticking to the process of what we do and who we are. And I told them last night, I said, if anybody that watches TV or came to a game, there's no doubt that they would see that our kids, you play hard every snap. All right. Now, in order to finish a game, you got to go out and do the little things that matter in clutch time and find a way to do those. And I thought they did that tonight.
Were you surprised by how well UTSA ran the football against the defense?
No, they do a nice job with that speed package and the power, and then they played their other quarterback a little bit more and did a nice job. Hit a long run, 2 long runs. Some runs are going to pop in those situations. We got to do a better job of getting the guys on the ground and not let a run get out for 70-plus yards. But I thought our guys played hard. I have to go back and look at the tape for every little thing. But when it mattered, they did a nice job of bowing their neck and getting a stop.
What was most impressive to you about fixing those little things that got you the win as opposed to losing 2 in overtime?
The most impressive was that the kids really never lost faith. You know, I'm always said, you know, you could run any type of offense or defense, and if the kids believe you got a chance, they don't believe you have no chance. And they believe in each other, first of all, and they've bought in and believe in these coaches and continue to work hard and do the things that they ask them day in and day out. You know, the way we practice every week is not easy. You know, it's a test and it's a challenge, and, you know, I think it's kept us in all these games and put us in a position where we could win. We just didn't. But tonight was good to see us win, and you know we got a really strong test coming up next week. And like I just told them, we got to continue to do what we do day in and day out if we want to go where we want to go.
How much easier is it to prepare for that test, though, coming off a win as if you had lost it?
Well, you know, as you know, I believe we're doing the right things to get where we want to go. And, you know, told them last week 3-0, 1-2, 2-2 tonight. That doesn't define who we are in you know, people that judge a coach, yes, people that look, yes, but define who we are and what we're going to become, it doesn't. It's how we work every day is going to get us where we want to go. And these guys are doing that. And, yes, it's easier after a win because it's good for team morale, but nothing's really going to change. We're going to continue to do what we do, and that's work hard every day to really just give you a chance to win on Saturday, you know, and then you got to go earn it on Saturday. But the hard work throughout the week gives you a chance, and then you got to earn it by doing the little things right in a game, you know, when the pressure's on.
When you're down 17-9 after that block punt,
Right.
how much can you and your staff coach them up, and how much do you have to rely on the coaching that you've already done and them leaning on you?
I think it's both. I think obviously you've got the plan. Hey, we got stuff that's going to work. Let's be patient. Let's stick to the plan. But I think it's your body language as a coach, not seeing them, not letting them see you drop your head or get upset. You know, because these guys have been through a lot the last 2 weeks, and if they see anything from me or an assistant coach that, oh no, here we go again, you know, they might lose confidence. So, you know, we basically said, hey, we got a good plan. We're going to call the stuff. Let's go out and execute it and, you know, do your job on every play.
You had said that Jason Oden had a really good camp and played well all year. What had given you the confidence he could be the workhorse that he was for you tonight?
Well, he's trained extremely hard, and I think a lot to do with that is the competition at that position. Dawkins, like I said last week, is the hardest worker at practice, how he finishes. But J.O. is on a lot of special teams throughout camp. He's one of our best pass protectors, and he just continued to work. You know, and coming out of spring, you know, it was a little bit of, you know, who's going to be the guy, that's, you know, that sort of thing with the running backs. And I just said, hey, we're going to need all of you this year. And he bought in, and from that point on, he's had an excellent summer, an excellent fall camp, and it paid off tonight.
Mike, quarterbacks, obviously, Nick was struggling at times. Coleman came in.
Yeah.
Was there any temptation to go with Coleman again at the start of the second half?
No, I wanted to play him early, and I thought he threw a nice ball to Richard, and then, you know, he called the toss sweep the wrong way on his second play. But the second pass he had, thought he threw a nice ball to Richard. Their feet just got tangled up a little bit. But Nick was going to the right guys. And you know, that one long drive that a couple long drives we had, we did it a lot through the air. And we were turning their field linebacker free, and he was standing there throwing and making clutch throws, and guys responded making big plays. You know, so, you know, there's a couple things we got to learn from. Like I told him after the game, he tries to be a little bit too perfect. You know, if we talk about a look, then he expects that same look instead of, you know, you got to trust what you see and cut it loose. But that's part of the growing pains of being a young quarterback. You know, I did the old get the snap, make sure you secure the snap on the quarterback sneak, and, of course, we fumbled it. I probably shouldn't have said anything. But, you know, that's part of playing. I think he grew up because those touchdown answers that we were having in the second half was a lot to do through the air. And then that he did a nice job. But Coleman's continuing to get better. We're going to continue to work him. He's into the game. He's at a good mindset right now, and but both guys are doing a good job.
You had the ball for 37 minutes tonight. Did you guys come in planning to have the ball, to have possession that much, to run the ball as much as you did, or was that kind of something that you just felt like you guys really were going well with?
No, we were pretty balanced, 46 and 30. You know, a lot of those rushes came at the end. I think before the last drive, we were probably where we want to be. I think that's just how the game. I'd like to score in 3 plays if we could. I don't think there's no such thing as scoring too fast if you get a chance to score, but that's just how the game worked out. And I think, they were playing a little bit up tempo, faster than we were, and had some quick scores, and then they had some quick 3 and outs, and I think that's why the time of possession is like it is. I thought we did an excellent job on third down. 10 of 18 was a nice job. A couple third and shorts, which I hate to not get, we didn't get. They gave us a couple looks we weren't ready for, but we adjusted and did a nice job in that 4-minute offense of basically running out the clock against the look that they gave us in the third and shorts.
Do you feel like you guys are ready going into conference play?
Yeah, I think we've been tested. I think we know how to fight in a close game, but we got to go back to work, and we got to get ready for Utah State, who's a very, very tough opponent. Heard that's a tough place to play. I know they're very talented on the defensive line, the defensive front. They got the outside backer. Is it Fackle? That's a great looking kid and does a great job in space, and so it's going to be a big test. Anytime you come on the road and get a win like we did tonight was huge, and then we got a big test next week. I will be ready to play, but we're going to have to do the little things if we want to come out with a victory.